So you have finally been granted the ever elusive approval for your business registration. And because you subscribe to this channel, it didn't take you 6 months to get there. So in this video, we're going to be going through the steps to submitting your documents and collecting your business certificate. So if you made it to this point, you should have gotten an email stating that you were theoretically approved until you submitted certain documents in person, and then you should be able to collect your business certificate. Now, the wording in this email is a bit vague, and it actually reroutes you or redirects you to the TTBiz link website in order to get further information in how to go about retrieving this document from off of the website that they expect you to print out and sign and submit. Now, there's no such thing on the TTBiz link website explicitly giving you instructions on how to do this, and it may have been kind of intuitive or obvious to some people, but it took me a while to figure this out. So what you want to do when you log back into the TTBiz link website, you're going to go on business registration tab, and underneath there you will search your business registration application. Now once you pull up the screen, you will start typing in the name of your business in that field and pull up your application. It should show up. Once it shows up, you click on the application, and on the top right hand corner on this screen you should see a little print icon where you can print the application, and that is what they are expecting you to print, sign and submit. The other documents that they require for you to submit is any document that you would have attached a scanned copy of during the application process. So for a business registration, that usually just entails the copy of the form of identification that you would have submitted, whether that be your national ID, your driver's permit or your passport. Now they also would have asked you to attach the copy of your letter of advisement of your BIR number. However, when I submitted that to them, they did not require it, so therefore I am assuming that it is not something that is pertinent for you to submit. Now, once you have these physical documents that you want to submit, you have to go on the agla.gov.tt website in order to make an appointment so that you can physically drop in these documents to the ministry. Because I was not 100% sure about which appointment I had to book, after seeing the 3 options that are available on the website, these include filing all post-incorporation, post-registration or changes to business registration, collections, companies documents, and collection of certificate for recently registered businesses or incorporated companies. All of these seem like a viable option, and I wasn't sure which one to choose, so I called them and I got conflicting answers. So when I called the ministry, and it took a while for me to get through to anyone as usual, you know how these things go, and I was able to get an answer from the receptionist or the telephone operator, and she advised me that I need to make an appointment for the filing of post-incorporation documents, that option, and she also gave me numbers or extensions to call to verify what it is I would need to do, since it was having a bug or website issue yet again in terms of booking this particular appointment, just as it had previously with booking the payments for the business registration fees. It was having that same type of problem. Now, the only reason I think I was able to get these numbers to call and verify is because once your business name gets approved, you only have about 45 days in order to fully register your business. Otherwise, it kind of bounces you back to square one. And at this point, I had already paid my $220, so I would have lost all of that. So the telephone operator and also the security guards at the ministry would have said the same thing. You're supposed to choose that option, the filing of the post incorporation documents. However, when I got onto somebody in the department that deals with the online business registration process, and I explained to him the whole story, and I got approved, I paid for everything via credit card, and I can't get on to booking that particular appointment, he said that if I paid via credit card, then I am not supposed to select the filing of post incorporation documents. I'm supposed to file collection of certificate for recently registered businesses or companies, right? So that's the one I chose because that option didn't have any issues. I was able to get bookings fairly easy. I'm talking about today for tomorrow. That's how much nobody is booking this appointment, at least right now. So I booked it, and if it was perhaps the wrong thing, I could always just go back and book it again or book the other appointment that I'm supposed to have, right? Now, because we technically rigged the system in terms of finding a workaround and how to pay for these business registration fees via credit card and not directly through TTBizLink website, there's now a disconnect. So, because the websites are not officially linked, when I went in the first time, there was a bit of an issue. So these are like the realistic repercussions of doing this. When you go in there, they're going to pull it up on the system and see that you selected to pay via cash, and then she will start writing out things on the documents for you to then go to the cash and pay, right? Even though you already did that. So what you need to do is when you pay for your business registration online, that receipt that you get, you need to download that and print it and bring it in with your documents. Because what happened to me is that I had it like a picture of it on my iPad, so I showed her, and then again, lack of communication, I got a call. Yes, ministry called me. Shocking. And they told me that I need to bring in the physical copy of the receipt, and also they found that one of the documents that I brought in wasn't clear, so they wanted a reprint of that. So I brought that in, didn't have to make an appointment because they called me. I dropped that in, and then about, I want to say at maximum 4 business days after you drop in those documents, the certificate should be ready, so you could just go ahead and you're booking the same appointment, collection of certificates for recently registered companies, and you go in and you just have to collect it. Now, based on what I have observed while going in and being asked multiple questions from the guards and the workers there, I think that if you were paying by cash, that you would have to select the filing of the post incorporation documents, that option, and you would have to, of course, pay there, and also you'd have to bring the physical receipt that you get from the cashier when you're coming to collect your certificate at the final step of this business registration process. However, because I didn't go that route, these are just my speculations. I can't say for sure if that's exactly what you would need to do, but it seems like that's a fair assessment based on what I've been able to observe while doing this process. Now, of course, doing all the payments with your credit card, and even if you have to just book two appointments about 4 days apart, I think it is way much faster, and these registrations are readily available. And the only thing you can't do is book it today for today. You could book it today for tomorrow, right? So I hope that this makes the process a speedy one and way more efficient with all the changes due to the pandemic and trying to move everything online. So subscribe for more helpful videos like this one. I make videos documenting the process of building a profitable business online in Trinidad and Tobago.